Hey there, this is Mike, Thailand Confidential. See that? I hope you believe me. You can Google it if you don't. That is the bridge over the River Kwai. I am in, I want to say it right, Kanchanbury with a K, Thailand. And I'm at the River Kwai Hotel, which we're going to do a review on the hotel. It's clean, it's nice, it's perfect. It's after camping for a couple days, it's a real bed, so I'm back to humanity as far as that concerned. But back to the bridge, we're gonna do a little. I'm gonna go down there. We're gonna check it out. But a movie was based on it. The movie was made in 1957. It starred William Holden, the great William Holden, and I guess it was the highest box revenue of all movies in 1957. And it was the Empire of Japan came in and they wanted to create a railway between Burma, which is now Myanmar, and Siam, which is Thailand, to have more efficient routes for their supplies. And of course, just like you would think, they use slave labor. So 80 to 100,000 civilian people died building that, and in addition 13,000 POWs. Some were Americans, most were British, there were Dutch, Canadians, you know, that type of thing, and that were captured and under unbelievable conditions. The heat, little food, little water, beating, getting killed, you know, just, you know, the fear of it, just, it was a living hell. Of course, it goes back to when we always thank people for their service. You can think of things like that where people sacrificed that came into a war, whether they wanted to or not. Somehow they ended up there, you know, and it really happened. That's what really kind of pulls at my heart. And I'm going there in a little bit. It's one of my favorite movies. I'm like a buff for, you know, like a nerd for like war movies and history and stuff like that. So we're gonna go down there and it's just amazing. But to have this view, and the lady, I'm like, River Kwai Hotel? How'd I end up here? Well, you know, I mean, the Lord kind of put me in this spot to maybe gift me for something, I guess, but how did I manage to end up in a place that I've always wanted to do, a bucket list thing I can chalk off? So we're gonna go there, and apparently there might be a cemetery close by where they cleared out a whole bunch of jungle called Hellfire Pass, and that was another area that's famous for where atrocities were committed, and that POWs who gave their life, you know, for our freedom perished on both sides of the ocean. So anyways, let's go take a look at it. And what a piece of history. And I'm just overjoyed, but yet at the same time a bit somber, because my heart goes out to all those fallen heroes, and I'm gonna say a prayer for them when we get over there. If you have worn the uniform, I want to thank you for your service. Somehow, you know, that seems to be in the forefront of my mind today as I witness something like that. Okay. Okay, here we are, the bridge over the River Kwai, and over there we're staying. That's the River Kwai Hotel, and just, you know, it's not being used. The rails, everything has been refurbished in good condition. Of course, it's not the same, you know. It was not, you know, it's all been refurbished with metal and iron, and I'm sure every last thing, there's no remnants of it, but because they made it with wood and, you know, all kinds of cutting down trees and stuff is how it was first depicted. But it's still, you know, the land was cleared. It's still in the same, you know, linear direction. And this is the River Kwai Bridge. And you know, at this very spot, at these elevations, back in 1942, 1943, it was just a harrowing experience, and how they got it done. And to look around and to think of, you know, 80 to 100,000 civilians that perished building this for the Japanese Empire, and then in addition to that, 13,000 POWs from different, you know, countries trying to save the world, right? But it is amazing. Yet another tourist attraction. Doesn't cost a dime to come in here. And I was over at the hotel on the balcony looking over for an hour, and there's people all coming back and forth, so I'm sure it's all the same thing. Everybody knows what this is. And I see the tour boats that are going under, and they're pointing up, and they're explaining. So this is an iconic landmark, to say the least. Also auf jeden Fall halt von der here, and you can see, you know, they're commemorating, you know, with a replica of one of the guard towers for the prisoner of war camp that was here. So we're entering into this makeshift area. I think maybe it's a campground now, and looks like it's a pretty cool model of a Japanese Zero up there.